CQ, CQDX, CQ, CQDX, UDX 483 South Carolina, United Delta X-Ray 483 South Carolina. We will QSY to 27370, 27370 for possible contact. We go.
721.
CQ, CQDX, CQ, CQDX, United Delta X-Ray 483 South Carolina, standing by.
483, Romeo Golf, 200, Northeast Ohio, waving back.
Romeo Golf 200, man, you're making a good trip to the Carolinas, Roger. That 385 is just so busy. I keep getting a couple good comebacks, but then everybody else is trying to go back to them at the same time, and it's just too too much for me.
Yeah, it's like a sideband Super Bowl. That's what it is.
Yeah, Roger, it is, and you know, in all reality, it's the call channel, but you know, it's getting to be more of a QSO channel if you can do it. And you know, if the people that can get here, it makes it a whole lot easier to make that contact.
Oh yeah, getting down here between the frequencies, between the channels. Still a pretty limited number of people that can do that, so it does make it easier for the rest of us.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I guess it's kind of unfair to the other fellows that can't. You know, I feel kind of bad about that, but you know, when it's busy like this, do what we got to do.
Very true, very true. Well, it would be the same if we went up to 425 or 555 or something like that. So, well, you know, it comes with the territory, and you know, eventually, if they want to do it, they'll have to spend the money like we did, right?
Yeah, Roger. Well, I didn't spend a whole bunch. I got one of these Quad 5 Pluses. Man, you talk about bang for the buck. It definitely did it. While I got you, before the conditions fail, operator on this end is Steve, Sierra Tango Echo Victor Echo, going about 30 miles off the coast of South Carolina, the sandy beaches of the USA, just outside of Charleston, South Carolina, Roger.
Oh, roger that, roger that. Well, the first personal here is Dave, Delta Alpha Victor Echo. Delta Alpha Victor Echo, and I'm in Akron, Ohio, actually, just south of Cleveland.
Roger on the Akron. I think I may have spoken with you before. I talked to someone in Akron earlier last week, I think it was, but yeah, you're making a good trip, man. I had you a good solid 7. Wasn't a whole lot of anything going beyond that, but it was a good solid 7, Roger.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I'm only about 12, 13 feet off the ground there with an Antron 99, but yeah, I'm actually on a Quad 6. You're on a Quad 5. I'm on a Quad 6. Roger.
Roger on that. Yeah, you're making a real good trip without a doubt. You know, they say height is might, but you know, my first 6 months back on the radio, I was sitting at 15 feet, and I talked all over the United States on a Cobra 25 and a Fannin Courier 2-tube antique mobile amp, 2-tube mobile amp. It was pushing about 80 watts, and I talked all over the United States, and my wife said, you know, you put that antenna up, you might not be able to talk to anybody anymore, and I took the chance, and it's worked, but yeah, no, low antennas work well as without a doubt.
That's right. Well, when propagation is right, you know, you can definitely do it. Yeah, I've been doing pretty good. I mean, I just raised this antenna up a couple of weeks ago. It was only about 5 feet off the ground, and I was a little more, you know, just a few feet made a world of difference, though. I've been shooting a whole lot more skip recently. And speaking of skip, boy, name's not skipped, people be shooting me all over the place.
Without a doubt, for sure. Well, I got you UDX-483. That's my YouTube channel, and I'll put you out there. Probably be tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely by the beginning of the week. I'll gather my content on the weekends and try to spread it out through the week. But you've got a real good audio, nice clear transmission. So yeah, I'll definitely put you out there. If you want to see what you sound like in the Carolinas, check it out. UDX-483 on YouTube, Roger.
I copy that. UDX-483. I will definitely check it out. And I greatly appreciate that. Well, mine is Romeo Golf 200. I don't have a channel, but I'm in a Romeo Golf group on Facebook. If you ever want to check it out, get a Romeo Golf number. That'd be pretty cool too. It's a growing group. Romeo Golf 200.
Roger on that. As a matter of fact, I was talking to Romeo Golf 520 out of Ontario. He's also a world radio, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I became a UDX member, I guess about 6 months ago. It's an old group that was almost defunct, and 390 Wagon Master, if you're familiar with the YouTube channels, he has his, and he moved back to Utah, and the older gentleman had just about let the UDX go to the wayside, and he asked him if it'd be okay if he brought it back to life, and they said go for it, and it's spreading pretty well. I think he says up to like 130 members now. Got some in Canada. Got the first one in Australia just a couple weeks ago, and it's doing pretty well.
Yeah, roger that. Roger that. Well, I'm looking you up right now. I'm going to check out your channel. QSK?
Go ahead, QSK.
Roger, this is Romeo Golf 245. I was listening to you. I was just wondering where you're at.
I'm in just outside of Charleston, South Carolina, Roger.
Okay, yeah, that's good. All that's working real good. It's 483 bucket. Now it's getting dark over here in Cleveland. So, yeah, so I know it's getting dark over by you right now. Alright, but you carry on with the other conversation you got going. I don't hear the other part. I found you. Yeah, I'll be checking out your channel there. You're feeling Cleveland now, here in a Buckeye.
Roger 200. Yeah, I was listening to one of your fellow members, Romeo Golf 245, came in and wanted to hear where we were coming from. I don't think he heard you either, but anyway, Romeo Golf 200. Yeah, I was just now talking to 245, but yeah, check that out. Like I said, I'll put you out there within the next day or so, and like I said, it sounds real good. You'll be happy with it.
I certainly do appreciate it. No doubt about it. Yeah, it's because I need to hear myself on a video game for sure. I'll tell you what, your radio is sounding really good up here in the Buckeye State. Very, very clear audio, and you are just loud and proud. So, yeah, you should be real happy with that radio, because if mine sounds even half as good as that one, then I'm happy.
Well, this sounded good. I've been getting some good reports on it. I really am, and I got the chance to hear myself for the first time on Ontario CB Radio. Yeah, Ontario CB Radio Club. He's got a channel, real good channel. Nick is his name. November Echo Kilo. Real nice guy. He's got a couple of them with me on there, as a matter of fact, and I was real happy to hear it. I've been wanting to hear myself, and this radio is only about a week old now, and I'm putting it in the audio into the radio via a Delta M2 microphone and shooting it to you on a serial SY27 4-element beam. While I got you, what are you running?
Roger that, roger that. What's always neat when you hear what the radio sounds like. It's more hearing what the radio sounds like than it is hearing myself. I don't really like it to listen to myself, but I am always curious how well the radio is doing. And but you know how that is, you know, it's always a good feeling to know your equipment is doing exactly what you want it to do.
Yeah, Roger. What kind of radio are you running? Oh, I think you told me you said you were running a Quad 6, right?
Yep, Anytone Quad 6, and I'm just using a stock mic. I'm not using a power mic or anything with it.
Yeah, Roger. Well, the only reason I'm using this M2 is because it was kind of sort of passed on to me via a silent key. My wife's cousin bought a piece of property and I saw an antenna on it, and I ventured, and long story short, I ended up with this Delta M2 via a silent key. Mr. Kenneth, I'll have to thank him for this one. He blessed me for sure.
You're using that microphone, it's still doing some talking. That's awesome.
Yeah, I like to think he's shooting some skip out there also.
There you go. Hey man, that's a good way of thinking about it, absolutely.
That M2, that Delta sounds pretty good.
Sounding good on that radio. It's a great match, it really is.
Well, I guess I'm going to back up here for a minute, and it sounds like there's a few more people joined us in on the conversation there. So I guess I'm going to let you get back to it, and I'm about to go in here and grab me a bite to eat before I go do my check-in over on the check-in for World Radio 559 nose picker over there in California on the Frisco Bay. I check in on the chat on there. So you got nothing better to do, check that one out. World Radio 559 nose picker does a live check-in. They do radio check-in, but I can't reach them right now. So but I'll be on the live chat here in just a little while. They start at 8 o'clock Pacific time, so that's where I'll be headed here soon. UDX 483, greatly enjoyed the conversation without a doubt. 200, you're making a trip to the Carolinas, and we'll talk to you again, I'm sure. UDX 483, South Carolina, we're standing by.
UDX 483 down Fairfield. Well, I appreciate the video gate, appreciate the QSL, and you have a good weekend. Romeo Golf 200, Northeast Ohio, and I'll be back on the side.
Roger, Romeo Golf 200, greatly appreciated. I think I heard